coronavirus in the country once again crossed the 1,000 mark yesterday. The capital has fast turned into coronavirus hotbed, reporting over 400 cases. Now, given that local administrations have decided to ease the modality of the lockdown, a demand of the reeling economy, there are chances the densely populated capital will face a tougher time ahead. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama, and these are the headlines of the hour. 49 new COVID-19 cases reported this morning takes the tally to 49,268. Local authorities of Kathmandu Valley eased the ongoing prohibitory order. The coronavirus recovery rate in Nepal increases to more than 68%. 32,882 individuals recovered from COVID-19 so far. Labour Ministry reluctant in rescuing stranded Nepali migrant workers. Migrant workers in Gulf countries pledge the Nepal government to rescue them at the earliest. And American Serena Williams, Victoria Azarenka of Belarus and Russian Daniil Medvedev all advance into the semi-finals of the US Open. Forty-nine new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in Gandaki province this morning, taking the total number of coronavirus cases in the country to 49,268. 19 cases were reported in Kaski, while 12 were reported in Siangsa, 9 in Baglung, 5 in East Nawalparasi, 3 in Tanahu and 1 in Parvat. Meanwhile, a total of 1,081 cases of COVID-19 were reported in the country yesterday. The death tally has climbed to 312 with 6 more deaths reported. Speaking at the regular press briefing yesterday, spokesperson for the Health Ministry, Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, informed that a total of 11,167 samples were tested through the PCR method in the past 24 hours, taking the test tally in the country to over 799,000. The Kathmandu Valley once again reported the highest 464 new cases, with 394 cases reported from Kathmandu district alone, while Lalitpur registered 34 new cases and Bhaktapur registered 36 cases. 81 cases were confirmed in Siraha, 77 in Morang, 70 in Rohtahat, 56 in Sunsari, 42 each in Makwanpur and Rupandehi districts. Meanwhile, 918 individuals were discharged after overcoming the virus, taking the total number of recovery cases in the country to 33,882. With this, the recovery rate in the country has climbed to 68.8%. According to the ministry, there are around 15,025 active cases in the country. 7,988 individuals are in different isolation centers, while 7,037 individuals are in home isolation. Likewise, 22 COVID-19 patients are being treated in ventilators and 162 in ICUs. Now, the local authorities in Kathmandu Valley decided to ease the ongoing prohibitory order today onwards. All 3 chief district officers of Kathmandu Valley, after consulting with the Home Ministry, decided to ease the ongoing prohibitory order today onwards. As per the decision, both public and private vehicles will be allowed to operate based on the odd and even number plate system. Likewise, entrepreneurs will be allowed to resume their businesses by following precautionary health measures. However, there has been no change in the strict provision of entering Kathmandu Valley from outside districts. The local administration offices of the valley have informed that the ongoing prohibitory order has been extended until 16th of September. Meanwhile, education institutions, recreational centers and other entertaining and sports facilities will continue to be shut until further notice. The coronavirus recovery rate in Nepal has been going up in recent time. Health professionals say many of those who have recovered are infected individuals who were staying in home isolation. We have a report.
On Wednesday, Nepal reported 1,081 new COVID-19 cases, while 921 individuals registered full recovery. On Tuesday, 2,200 individuals fully recovered from the virus, and on Monday, the number of recovery cases stood at 1,700. So far, 32,882 individuals have recovered from coronavirus in Nepal, which is 68.8% of the total infected. Health experts have said majority of those who recovered are asymptomatic individuals and those in home isolation. Likewise, doctors say the use of various drugs have helped cure many of the infected.
अहिले पछिल्लो चरण देखिएको डिस्चार्जको ठूलो संख्या भनेको होम आइसोलेसनमा बस्नेहरूको संख्या धेरै छ। होम आइसोलेसनमा बस्दाखेरि निको हुने दर, रोगसँग लड्नका लागि आत्मबल, घरमा बस्दाखेरि जुन भराइसी वातावरण पाउने, आफ्नै ओछ्यानमा बस्ने, आफ्नै ठाउँमा बस्ने हुँदाखेरि खानपानको कुराहरुमा पनि सहज हुने, मानसिक रूपमा तनाव पनि कम हुने, यी यावत कारणहरूले गर्दाखेरि पछिल्लो समय संक्रमितहरू निको हुने दरहरू बढ्दै गएको, उहाँहरू डिस्चार्ज हुने दरहरू बढ्दै गएको हामीले देखेका छौं।
The World Health Organization and various other studies have stated the virus remains active for 10 days once it enters a host's body, and that there are high chances of transmission during this specific period. After 14 days, however, chances of transmission are relatively lower even if the virus remains in the infected person. Hospitals have been sending asymptomatic individuals without tests after 14 days of isolation, which analysts attribute as the reason behind the recovery rate of 68.8%. The total number of coronavirus cases in Nepal as of Wednesday has exceeded 49,000, while 312 individuals have succumbed to the virus. Meanwhile, the global death rate stands at 4%. However, in Nepal, the death rate stands at 1%. There is a call on all quarters to intensify all measures to raise the recovery rate and control the spread of the virus.
Chairman duo of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal have prepared for a proposal to present at the party's standing committee meeting scheduled for tomorrow. The duo had met for preparing the proposal list yesterday. The task list has been prepared on the basis of the report submitted by the Special Task Force led by party's General Secretary Bishnu Podal, formed to end the intra-party wrangling. The chairman duo have agreed to propose the standing committee for the Prime Minister to continue his full tenure with the government, while Executive Chairman will fully head the ruling party. Furthermore, the chairman duo is preparing to propose to conclude the party integration process by mid-October. The meeting of the party's secretariat held on 3rd of September had directed the chairman duo to prepare for the proposal based on the recommendations made by the Special Task Force. Now, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli had relieved the then Labour Minister Gokarna Vishta and the then Women and Children Minister Thammaya Thapa from their post based on their poor performance, and appointed Rameshwar Raya Yadav and Parvat Gurung. However, the newly elected ministers have failed to show their performance at a time when the country is reeling under the pandemic, causing further challenges to low-income and unemployed public. We have more in this report.
The stranded Nepali migrant workers in Saudi Arabia staged a protest on Tuesday against the Nepal government for being reluctant in rescuing them. Likewise, a number of migrant workers in Lebanon has also urged the government to help them get back home. In many cases, laborers could not fly back to their homeland despite purchasing air tickets. The Ministry of Labor, Employment and Social Security, meanwhile, is assigned with the responsibility to address the problems of the laborers. The COVID-19 Crisis Management Committee has been overshadowing the role of the ministry, although the committee does not have representation from the ministry. The ministry, which has been assigned to create employment in the country, has received the second largest budget of 37 billion rupees with an aim to create 375,000 jobs in the current fiscal year. However, the ministry has not taken any initiative to work on the program, compelling many youths to cross the border to seek for jobs. The situation is similar at the Ministry of Women, Children and Senior Citizens, which is overlooking to address the problems of a target group during the current pandemic, despite having a new minister in office. Various national and international organizations registered with the Social Welfare Council under the ministry mobilizes over 100 billion rupees annually. However, the ministry has failed to mobilize amounts during the pandemic. Given the scenario, experts have opined that the government and the Prime Minister in particular should take initiation in addressing the ongoing sluggishness of the ministries and ministers.
In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the locals in Rukum how easy is it for them to retrieve information from public entities. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
सूचनाहरू माग्दाखेरि किन चाहियो, यसको प्रक्रिया छ या चाहिँ समय लाग्छ भन्ने खालको कुराहरू चाहिँ छ.
सूचनाको हक सम्बन्धी कानुन बनेको
एक दशकभन्दा लामो समय बितिसक्दासम्म पनि आज हामी जस्ता आम नागरिकहरूले सार्वजनिक निकायबाट त्यति सहज रूपमा सूचना पाउन सकिरहेका छैनौँ।
कुनै पनि सार्वजनिक निकायमा चाहिँ प्राय जसोमा चाहिँ सूचना पार्टीहरू नै राखिया हुँदैन अनि राखिएकोमा पनि सूचनाहरू चाहिँ प्रष्ट रूपमा हुँदैन।
हामी पनि सूचना लिने संस्कारमा गइसकेका छैनौँ। सार्वजनिक निकायहरू पनि सजिलै मागेको बेला सूचना दिने संस्कारमा गइसकेका छैनन्।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, why has the government failed to address the needs of those who have lost their jobs during the pandemic? Your options are A, no realization of responsibility, B, lack of resources, and C, incapable leadership. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.